to come back then on a question on endocrine systems and what I can ask you and negative feedback, let's look at this question. The diagram below shows interaction between two glands. Interaction between two glands. Now this interaction, they can ask you what is this interaction, and this interaction is negative feedback. Now the first question is, identify the hormones labeled X and A. So what hormone is secreted by this gland that stimulates this? And that is TSH. Alright, and this hormone is thyroxine. A is thyroxine that goes back. So this is a negative feedback mechanism. So just let us look at the negative feedback. If they ask, describe this interaction. This interaction, the gland A, the pituitary gland, will secrete TSH to stimulate the thyroid to produce thyroxine. If the thyroxine levels increase, it will stimulate the gland A to decrease the amount of TSH that will stimulate the thyroid gland to increase. And then when it's increased, it will decrease, and when it decreases, this will decrease, and that is negative feedback. So gland A is the hypophysis or the pituitary gland. Give one function of hormone A, and A is thyroxine, and we said that thyroxine is to increase metabolic rate. It increase metabolic rate. It's one of its functions, to increase metabolic rate. It promotes the absorption of glucose, and it's accelerated heartbeat, as we said on the PowerPoint. So for 2 points, give one function, it increases the metabolic rate. That is the first and primary function. Why is gland A often referred to the master gland? Because it stimulates so many other glands to produce hormones. Remember, we said that the pituitary gland is a master. Name one other hormone secreted by gland A. So remember, I said gland A is the initial gland, so it's TSH, LH, FSH, GH, etc. But look at this picture. The interaction here is negative feedback. How does this negative feedback works? And then you have to go and say that that gland A, the pituitary gland, produces TSH that stimulates the thyroid gland to produce thyroxine. The more thyroxine is produced, it stimulates the pituitary gland then to secrete less TSH. Less TSH will stimulate the thyroid gland to produce less thyroxine. Less thyroxine will stimulate the pituitary gland to secrete more TSH. More TSH will stimulate the thyroid gland to secrete more thyroxine. And then we complete the circle again. More thyroxine, less TSH. Less TSH, less thyroxine. Can you see the negative feedback that we have in this picture? Alright, let's move on to the next type of question on hormones. Alright, they say the following diagram represents the pancreas and associate structures. Study the diagram and give the answers. Alright, let's see. Identify organ A and B. So A is the liver, B is the pancreas. Alright, I think that is straightforward. Identify hormones 1 and 2. Increases blood level sugar, reduces blood level sugars. So I give you time so that you can think about this one. Reduces blood. So this means if the blood sugar is high, what hormone decrease or reduces the blood sugar level. And that is insulin. And increase the blood sugar level is glucagon. Alright. And you get confused because this is the function, reduces blood sugar levels. Not that the blood sugar levels is low or is reduced and now glucagon must be produced. No. What reduces the blood sugar levels is insulin. And which one increases the blood sugar levels? Glucagon, because glucagon goes to glycogen and glycogen goes to glucose. Please remember that. How do hormones mentioned reach its target? It's been transported in blood. Which organ monitors the levels of blood sugar? Monitors is the pancreas. Which organ glucose is stored in is the liver. In what form is glucose stored in? It is glycogen. That is all that I have to emphasize in this question. Let's look at this one. Again, a negative feedback. Identify each of the following in the diagram. So before you read any of these questions, you can cover the questions and then you will see, alright, this is the pituitary gland and this one lying here is the thyroid gland, thyroid and the pituitary gland. So it's negative feedback. So what is the hormone that comes from the pituitary gland? And that is TSH. And the hormones that go back is thyroxine. Thyroxine goes back. And now you can answer these questions. What is gland A? Gland A is the master gland. Don't write master gland. Write the pituitary gland. What is B? B is the thyroid gland. And hormones 2 is thyroxine. Explain why the metabolism of person is affected when there is an under secretion of hormone 1. Hormone 1, an under secretion of hormone 1. Now hormone 1, first of all, we must say that hormone 1 is TSH. And TSH stimulates B to secrete thyroxine. And what is the function of thyroxine? It increases heartbeat. It increases the heartbeat. Okay. And if there is under secretion of TSH, the heartbeat, the metabolism will be low, will be affected. So less thyroxine will be then under secretion of this hormone, the metabolism will decrease. The metabolism will decrease because TSH stimulated the thyroid to produce thyroxine, and thyroxine have an influence on the heartbeat, but there is less thyroxine, so the metabolic rate will be low. What is the effect? It will be low because the under secretion of hormone A will have an under secretion of thyroxine, and the under secretion of thyroxine will have a decrease in metabolic rate. So remember, people, there's only 15 points that we can ask. And what can they ask? They can ask you the hypophyse, the pituitary gland and the thyroid gland and the hormones. And this is very popular and a very important question. Or, as in the previous questions about insulin and glucagon. Alright, so FSH and progesterone and estrogen, those hormones, I think they will ask it under reproduction of the human. So actually, please go and learn go and learn the thyroxine functions and the adrenaline, the functions of the adrenaline.